Coming up on the Beaver News, see how students were able to display their talent here at Oregon State. Also, the Civil War is on, but not in the way you would expect. All that and more tonight on the Beaver News. Hello and welcome to the Beaver News. I'm Kiana Hatch.
And I'm Cheyenne Lever. We're glad you could join us this evening.
Tuesday, the Department of Public Safety and Oregon State Police issued a security alert due to vehicle break-ins. There have been 8 reports of vehicle break-ins as well as items being stolen from cars at the parking structure on Southwest 26th Street in Washington. Safety officials recommend items of value to be removed from view. Contact the Department of Public Safety if you see any suspicious activity on campus.
Oregon State has some very exciting events going on around campus this week. And just in case you haven't seen or heard about them, here is Cassidy Wood with more information.
There are 2 very big events that have all the students talking here at OSU, and that is Recyclemania and the Polar Plunge. Beaver News got a chance to sit down with the marketing and developing coordinator for campus recycling, Andrea Norris, who shared a little bit more about the importance of this event.
Recyclemania is an annual 8-week recycling competition between universities. So it's both a national competition as well as a Civil War competition that we have created with U of O. Okay. So for 8 weeks, my department, Campus Recycling, weighs or estimates all recycling, compost, and trash for the 8 weeks and reports it nationally. And then we are automatically ranked on a national scale in several different categories.
Students are encouraged to go out and go green for OSU's campus. The Polar Plunge is another awesome event happening this Saturday to help raise money for the Special Olympics held here at OSU. Beaver News also got a chance to sit down with one of the key participants of this event to learn a little bit more about what it's all about.
The Polar Plunge is this unique opportunity for programs, for businesses, or for just the average Joe to donate money to the Special Olympics for the Oregon athletes and to be able to jump into the Willamette River. To sign up and get involved is you just go through the Polar Plunge website. They have a link on there where it directs you to the Corvallis one. There's a couple other ones in Bend, Portland, I think Medford. So just make sure you go through Corvallis. You can sign up with any team, or you can just do it yourself. You have to raise a minimum of $50 to participate, or you can just donate money to teams or just to the organization itself. But I would definitely encourage you to create a team with your friends or your coworkers, like I did, to make it a lot more fun.
Yeah. Coming up after the break, see where students were able to put their talents on display. Also, find out what people at Oregon State have planned for this Valentine's Day weekend. We'll be right back.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to the Beaver News. Saturday in the Student Experience Center, students were able to showcase their abilities during auditions for the OSU Has Talent event. We sent Cassidy Wood to check it out.
Last Saturday, on February 6th, Oregon State held its own talent show here in the Student Experience Center. This was a great way for the students of OSU to show off some of their hidden talent to fellow peers. Beaver News got a chance to sit down with two of the contestants to learn a little bit more about where they started and what brought them to the fourth floor of the SEC today.
I've been playing for, I think, 7 or 8 years, I think.
Yeah, since I was in 6th grade, so I mean like 15th grade, 9 years, something like that.
We met in the dorms actually. I was playing guitar with someone else, and then he came in and he was like, "Oh, like stay there," and he went and got his guitar, and we played for a while, and then we like introduced ourselves and realized we both had the same name. And
Yeah, but we didn't jam for like another
and then
half a year.
Yeah, that was in like September, and then we didn't really hang out until like April.
And then like an actual like band, I'd say we just kind of jam and just try to play whenever we can, I guess.
Well, from what I've seen, I would have to say that the Zacks look like they have a promising chance at winning this one. Thank you for watching. This has been Cassidy Wood with Beaver News.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and we wanted to know what students had planned for the holiday of love. We sent Polly Lisa check to campus to find out.
Hello, Beaver Nation, and welcome back to another segment of Questions in the Quad. This week, we are discussing the topic of love. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Do you have maybe any secret honeys you've been crushing on that you're going to spill the news to?
Well, I don't have any secret honeys. I have a honey underneath my bed from the farmer's market in Corvallis.
So, speaking of love, have you been keeping up with The Bachelor lately?
I have.
And who do you want to win?
Let's see. I really like JoJo.
Okay. Oh, JoJo's my little sister's name. Oh. Did you like Olivia? Or are you bummed that she got sent home?
I am perfectly fine with her being gone.
I think we all are. So I've been seeing you in cycling every Tuesday, Thursday. You're working hard. Are you working out for a secret admirer?
No, not really.
Oh, that's right, because you don't need no man.
Yeah, of course. You know, single ladies.
Wait, where's it? If you like it, put a ring on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Left hand? Okay, so, Erica, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
I do, actually. My
Tell me
husband's
about
coming to town.
Oh, where's he from?
We live here in Oregon, but he does his business in Montana. His business is in Montana, so he's flying home for the weekend just to hang out with me.
Oh my gosh, he loves you.
He does love me. He's a sweetheart. So we're going to rent a cabin on the coast for a couple days.
Oh, where on the coast?
So just north of Newport.
So
near
fun.
Otter Rock.
Right near where?
Otter Rock.
So fun. Okay, you gonna stay there for the whole weekend?
Yes, we are.
Oh, whole weekend of love. So with Valentine's Day right around the corner, do you have any pickup lines in mind to pick up all the nice honeys out there?
Is your dad a baker? Because you have some nice buns.
Oh my God, thank you. So what are your plans for Valentine's Day?
Well, it's actually Singles Awareness Day, if you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Well, Sunday, I think probably go for a run, buy myself a nice bottle of wine, some chocolates, you know.
So you're really treating yourself.
Yes, that's who I love. I love myself. I love other people too, but I mean, it's
gotta love yourself first.
That's right.
Yeah, you are. Wow, I'd probably fall in love with the meal and be like, sorry, dude. That sounds delicious. Well, I hope you have a great time.
Thank you. Yeah, go KBVR Beaver TV.
Go love.
Go love. Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Beaver News. Yes. Thank you, Nikki.
Well, Cheyenne, I don't know about you, but I think I'm just going to lay low, maybe watch a movie, grab dinner with my boyfriend. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm actually going to be putting Valentine's Day off just because my boyfriend isn't in town this week, but I'm sure I'll find a way to treat myself with maybe some yogurt extreme.
Oh, that's always
That'll
good.
taste good. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Cheyenne Lever.
And I'm Kiana Hatch. Thanks for watching. For more Beaver News, make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and watch us on YouTube. Also, stay tuned because after the break, we've got Beaver Sports Show coming up. What do you have for us tonight, Logan?
Thanks, Kiana. Coming up on the show tonight, we have Oregon State men's basketball highlights. Lady Beavs guard Jamie Weisner wins an award, a new segment we're calling Trading Faces, and top 5 plays. Stay tuned.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to another episode of the Beaver Sports Show. I'm your host, Logan McGinnis.
And I'm Jake McGrady. Tonight we have plenty of Beaver sports to talk about, but first let's kick things off with a little Super Bowl talk. Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, the iconic and most anticipated Super Bowl 50. But Jake, kind of in my opinion, it was almost like a Super Bowl dud.
Pretty slow, honestly. Peyton Manning and the Broncos ended up defeating the league MVP Cam Newton and the Panthers 24-10.
Yep, and the Broncos won mainly by defense. And
as always,
Manning could have been a walking torso with no legs, no arms, and could have still done the same amount of stats. But the legend still won his second Super Bowl thanks to his defense.
Yep, and on the other side in the media talking about right now is Cam Newton. He had his post-game press conference, got a little rattled, and walked off early. You know,
he's in here.
He's way in.
He's in the media's head.
Anyways.
All right, that's enough for some Super Bowl talk. Let's get on to some Beaver athletics.
As we should.
So Thursday after the show, Gill Coliseum, they had an amazing game there. Let's roll things off with some highlights.
Yeah, and
with some Oregon State, Utah. And yeah, so Oregon State's Wayne Tinkle trying to stop Jakob Poeltl, but we have a pretty good one ourselves. Gary Payton II. Dropping threes. Then there's the big man again. Jakob Poeltl cleaning the glass, putting it in for the Utah Utes. Then Derek Bruce played a lot of minutes this game. This is foul trouble, but Derek Bruce said, get me into the action. I want some trays. And here's a steal from Gary Payton. And lob it up for the big fella, Drew Eubanks with the slam. Next, we have, there he is again, Jakob Poeltl. Slam. We can't stop him, but he had 20 points on the day. Gary Payton II wants to play a little game of hide and go seek. Where'd he go? There he is. Gary Payton II doing Gary the Payton II things. Next, we have Utah with the trace. And it's good. Jakari Tucker right there for you. Next, Gary Payton says, you see a three? Game C game. Passes out to Trace for Trace. Splash. He says, Dad, you see that? You like that? How about that? Jamal Reed back after a 4-game absence and hands it off to the freshman Thompson Jr. Now, let's cue the Stephen Thompson highlights. Stephen Thompson, 4-3, and it's money. There's Stevie Thompson. And this is where things get interesting. Jamal Reed fouled Jordan Loveridge for Utah on a 3-point shot. He made all three, and that's with 2.2 seconds on the clock. So Coach Wayne Tinkle draws it to play, hands the ball off to Stephen Thompson, goes up court, and he's fouled. I don't think anybody has seen a game like this at all. Stephen Thompson, And Weezy would appreciate this. He has ice in his veins. Steven Thompson drops all 3 free throws, and that's it. As the Beavers defeat the Utah Utes 71-69. Coach Tinkle and Trace Thompson has to talk about it. And Trace Thompson, Steven Thompson. Nope.
When I caught the ball, in my mind, I was just trying to get as close to the basket as possible as I could with the time left. And I saw that the defender had jumped before I took off to shoot, and I tried to get as much contact as I could. And I knew since there was a foul on the 3 before that, that the refs were looking for contact on 3-point shots, and it worked out.
We just asked him what his favorite ice cream was.
Yeah.
Just said a couple little funny things, and we said, hey, you made 2 earlier, and they were money in the bank. Just repeat them. And how clutch was that? Really proud of him.
Next up, we got the women's basketball team who took a trip out to the state of Washington this past weekend, and man, did they ball out. Let's roll these highlights. The game against number 24 UW Huskies last Friday ended up with a 61-53 in the favor of the Beavs. Senior Jamie Wisner reached yet another milestone in her collegiate career, scoring 21 points to go over the 1,500 points in her career. Congrats. The guard is now is the 7th player in Oregon State history to reach that mark and the 61st overall in the Pac-12. Wisner finished the game 10 for 22 from the field and pulled down 5 rebounds. In the game versus Washington State, the Beavers outscored Washington State 26-11 in the 4th quarter to take a 54-45 win over the Cougs. The victory is the Beavers' 10th in a row, the 5th such in the school history for streaks. The school record for consecutive wins is 14, set in the 1982-83 season. The Lady Beavs have Colorado and Utah next on their schedule.
Yep, and sticking with the Lady Beavs, Jamie Wisner, Oregon State senior guard, was named to the Pac-12 Player of the Week, averaging 18.3 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and 3.7 assists over the 3 victories for the Beavers last week. It's the 2nd Pac-12 Player of the Week honors for Wisner in her career.
On to Saturday, the Beavs went up against Colorado with freshman guard Stevie Thompson Jr. making the winning free throws in the final 30 seconds of the game. Saturday against Oregon State, they edged off Colorado 60-56 at Gill Coliseum to sweep the series against the Mountain Schools. The Beavs are 14-8, 5-6 in Pac-12 play. Thus, they swept the schools by a combined 6 points. Oregon State heads on to play Stanford on the road tonight and Saturday versus Cal. After the Colorado game, Coach Tinkle talked about the big win.
Tonight was good. It reminded us a little bit of the USC effort, defensively. I don't know. The guys will say that field goal percentage will drop if there's a bunch of offensive rebounds. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. I figure, if you go 0 for 2 in a possession, that's better than let somebody go 1 for 2, right? That's 50%, right? I do know that much. So the fact that their defensive numbers was under 40%, I think was a tribute to our defensive effort. And we're not changing a bunch. We're just still trying to continue to grind to get better at the principles that we've been working on from day one.
And after the break, we have a new segment with BSS reporter Jeff Lowe and maybe some other special guests. Stay tuned to find out.
We tell the stories of the exceptional students and staff who attend the university, who work here, and who play here.
We have the Barometer where you can write stories for them, become a journalist. We have Beaver News. We have all kinds of different shows for TV.
We're so willing to talk to anybody that is interested in becoming involved with student media. So if you're on the fence thinking, I don't know if I can do this, the answer is yes, you can. Get over here and talk to us.
And welcome back to the show. We have a new segment called Trading Faces with BSS reporter Jeff Flo. Jeff, you ready to kick things off right now?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Ready.
Jeff, you are Oregon State men's basketball coach Wayne Tinkle. You guys have lost double-digit games on the road now. So how do you guys going to get off this streak and get in the win column on the road versus Stanford and Cal?
Well, Logan, as you mentioned, I am Wayne Tinkle. We are on a bit of a rough patch right now, losing our last 4 road games. I think our biggest thing, we got to play a complete game. We got to come out, we got to play two halves of basketball. The last, all of our games on the road, we've been close at halftime, either down 4, up, in the Utah game up 11, haven't been able to keep a lead. So we got to play a complete game, play with that gritty Beaver toughness, and we'll come out of Cal with a victory and Stanford.
All right, to stay on the trend of basketball, you are now Oregon State head women's coach, Scott Ruick. You guys are 21-3, pretty successful so far. So, as Khaled would say, what are your keys to success, Coach?
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We got to keep feeding Ruth Hamblin, Sydney Weiss, Jamie Wisner. Feed our own big 3 here. Jamie's leading the team with 17 points a game, so keep that going. We're in first place in the Pac-12 for a reason, so it's the key, as DJ Khaled would say.
Major key.
Major key.
All right. Now you're a former Beaver player, Isaac Smalley. You have now entered the NFL draft.
I'm making big moves.
What's your hopes maybe for an NFL career?
Well, I am Isaac Samalu. I'm a 5-star recruit out of Corvallis High. Played, had a solid career here at the Beavers. I'm looking to go in rounds 3 through 5, get taken by, a good team, possibly the Broncos, maybe even the Seahawks in need of some guard help there. But, more than anything, I think I'm probably going to move to center. I played there my first couple years and moved to center, hopefully pick up a couple of rings with a good team, sit back, learn, collect some paychecks, and cheer on the Beavers.
All right. So keeping it on the pro level, you are now Denver quarterback and recent Super Bowl champion Peyton Manning. As we mentioned before, you just won the Super Bowl. So what are you feeling? What's your plans now?
Well, Jake, I'm going to go hug my kids, kiss my wife, drink a couple Budweisers on Von Miller, of course. I'm going to go relax, play some golf with Papa John's, J.J. Watt. Maybe Joe Montana can join. He's invited. Going to go sell some, I'm going to go film another Papa John ad. Me and J.J. are tight. Then I'm going to go flirt with the Rams, kind of get their hopes up, make them think I'm coming to L.A., and then at the last second kind of pull the rug out. And then I'm going to go buy the Titans. I'm going to get an ownership group together, buy the Titans, and name myself the GM and turn the Tennessee Titans around.
That Tennessee lad just kind of going back to Tennessee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, going back to my college days.
All right, and one last face here.
Wow, I'm all
You're a Panthers quarterback, Cam Newton. You walked away from the press conference after the Super Bowl. So what's your reasoning?
Well, Logan, and Jake, I'm a sore loser. Show me someone who's not a sore loser, and I'll just show you a loser. I was sick of it. Didn't want to hear from the media. Didn't want to hear Chris Harris. I'm the MVP. I do what I want. I go where I want, and I didn't want to be there. So I walked off. I'm Cam Newton. I'm the MVP. I got better things to do.
All right. That's all we have for Trading Faces. Jeff, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me on.
And after the break, stay tuned for some top plays.
Hi, my name's TXT.
Eddie Cardenas, Jason Love,
Alex Vickery Holland,
Laura Gordon, Lisa Rosenthal. We're here to answer any questions, escort students around.
We really just give them this sense of tradition. We help them register for classes.
A big part of being a START leader is showing students around OSU and helping them get a feel for what it's like when they're here at Oregon State.
We serve to help them make a more smooth and positive transition from high school life to college life and to everything involved with it.
We tell the stories of the exceptional students and staff who attend the university, who work here, and who play here.
We have the Barometer where you can write stories for them, become a journalist. We have Beaver News. We have all kinds of different shows for TV.
We're so willing to talk to anybody that is interested in becoming involved with student media. So if you're on the fence thinking, I don't know if I can do this, the answer is yes, you can. Get over here and talk to us.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
The earthquakes you see in movies are one thing, but real life is a completely different animal. Just because you can't predict an earthquake doesn't mean that you can't prepare for one. In the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake and practice what to do to keep you and your family safe in the event of a real earthquake. And you'll be seen as a hero by your family and your loved ones.
Visit ready.gov/earthquake today.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
And welcome back to the show. We have high-flying, sweet-jamming Beaver basketball. Top 5 plays. Show us those highlights.
All right, coming in at number 5 here, we got Stevie Thompson Jr. cutting, passing the lane, tip to Trace Tinkle. Trace with the lay-in, do it for his pops. The slam right there, beautiful.
And coming in at number 4, I want to fly like GP2 to the rim. Gary walking off like it's no big deal.
All right, coming in at number 3, Gary Payton again hands the ball off to Stevie Thompson Jr. He says, "Where'd you go, young blood? You get lost? Triple the points, triple the fun." Slammed it in.
And number 2, oh, Canada. Toronto stand-up, Malcolm Duvivier with the alley-oop slam.
And the number 1 play belongs to Trace Tinkle with time running down on the shot clock. Trace from behind the basket, playing a game of horse, putting Beaver Nation on his back. Beautiful shot.
We appreciate you, Trace. You loyal. And that's all we have for you for the Beaver News and the Beaver Sports Show. We'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. And once again, I'm Logan McGinnis.
I'm Jake McGrady.
Good night.
Go Beavs.
And go Beavs.